Out of here. I get it. We'll get there. Okay? Some of you are like, I don't know what's next. So let's enjoy this year. Perfect. Okay? The bottom line for me is just simply this, is that as seniors, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. Okay? And what I mean by that is, you can make it a great year. You can stand out, you can compete, you can go hard, you can do all of those things. Or the alternative being you end up in our offices a lot. But we don't want that. Okay? We don't want to have to go down that road. And I think some of that I'm saying is because I want this class to take it to another level as opposed to what's happened so far. Do you have the ability to do that? Okay. I appreciate whoever said yes. I like it. Okay. Seniors, you know your code by now. Hopefully you're in good shape. This being today, go over a couple things. We'll run through some stuff that's fast. We'll take our time with some other pieces. But the number one thing is pay attention. At this point, you know your code and everything else. This is not a graduation meeting. I think Ms. Allen touches on that a little bit more later. Okay, this is about the school year meeting. So, if you're new, I'm Clayton, right? Okay. Then we have Ms. Allen over here. If you don't know her, you should by now. All the CTE stuff, all the internship stuff, all the good stuff that comes out of it. Mr. Wilmot, if you're involved in athletics and activities, you should know him by now. Okay? Miss Baldwin. Yeah. Mama B. It was a very deep voice. Way to try to sound like me. Mama B over there, helpful in every way, SEL. And then the hippest guy around, Mr. Hip. Okay. You see the reference? Got the name? I'll pull a dad joke for you today. We believe. So, just everybody that we are, our counseling team, go ahead and come up. Get connected with them. They're the ones who can tell you a whole lot of graduation stuff, can help you with next year. We do have another person for that as well that we'll bring up here in just a moment. But first and foremost, yeah, this is you.
You guys are pros at this by now. You've been changing your schedules for 4 years, but you know the drill. If you want to get out of an elective into a different elective, you can fill out one of the yellow schedule change forms that are located in the guidance office. If you're wanting to try to change a teacher, we'll do our best, but class sizes are really full this year, so it's hard to manipulate your schedules and kind of accommodate that. But if you are wanting to try to change a teacher, that's going to be an orange form. Last, we still get a lot of requests for, I just want to swap my 6th hour with my 2nd hour, or I really want first lunch instead of second lunch. We do not accommodate those requests. So you can ask, but we're going to have to tell you no. We don't like telling you no, so just don't ask.
In addition to that, we're starting to get some emails about seniors just wanting to talk about, like, the future, college preparation, scholarships, financial aid, all of that type of stuff. Once schedule changes are done in a few days, we are going to start senior meetings where we meet with each of you individually. My goodness, that was a tongue twister. Where we meet with each of you and basically talk about like your specific path moving forward. So that being said, if you are one of those people who are reaching out, just know that that is coming. You'll meet with your alphabet counselor, and then you'll also meet with Ms. Bauman as well, okay? One thing to maybe put on your schedules though, or like kind of on your radar, is that we are gonna have a financial aid information night here at the high school on September 15th, so that's in exactly a month. It's on a Monday, September 15th from 6:30 to 8:30. Okay, so if that's something that you're kind of worried about, is like scholarships, how am I going to pay for college, or like my next steps and whatnot, that's something we do have coming up. But we'll talk about all of that, like I said, at your senior meetings.
Yeah! So speaking of, Ms. Bauman.
Hi guys, I am Ms. Bauman. I am your college and career advisor for your senior year this year. My role here at the school is to meet with each and every senior and talk about your plans for after graduation and help you guys start thinking about kind of the steps in that process and kind of how to get there and accomplish the goals that you're working towards. Like Ms. Nancy said, I will meet with each of you guys after you have your senior year counselor. But if there's any questions that you have in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, send me a smart pass, or you can email me, and I can help you guys kind of your steps for application.
So just making sure that you understand this. You'll meet with your counselor. You'll talk about the future. Okay? Then you'll meet with Ms. Bauman. You'll talk about the future. They will help you with financial aid. Remember the VIEW scholarship information you got? Okay? They're going to take all that and we're going to put it into the realistic world now. Okay? We're going to take all that information and get you where you want to be. If you have questions along the way, they're there. They're here for you. But there's no reason for you to at least not have the resources to discuss your future. Okay? I know some of you, you're battling back and forth about what you want to do next. That's okay. They're going to help you with those conversations. You can leave here, you can go to college, you can change your major 4 times, and you can still end up being the superintendent of USD262. Okay? So keep that in mind. That joke was for the adults back there, because they know who I'm referencing. Alright? You good with that stuff? Alright. I know I've seen Julie here. Is Gab here too? No? Okay. Senior class sponsor right back here. Waving. Okay. Going to help take care of you. They always help with graduation. Always the good stuff. Just because I know you might be interested, graduation is at Hartman this year. It's on Mother's Day again, whatever day that is. Sorry, I wish I could move that. There you go. So make sure that you see Ms. Certinato in case you ever need it. Did I even say that right? I don't even know if I've ever tried to say your last name before.
Ms. S.
Ms. S. There you go. Good there. Stuco.
I'll go wire.
Alright, I don't have a mic, so I'm going to try and talk loud. Most of you know me, for those who don't, I'm Wyatt Wolf. I am student body president this year. And we were just asked to come out here and talk about some things. So,
I'm Mia Meister, I'm student body vice president as well.
yeah, and so we're just going to introduce your senior reps this year. These are the people you can go to for like your sunrise, stuff like that. That was all planned by Sally, Kaden, stand up y'all. Yeah, Sally, Kaden, Rowan Dove, Ellen Lively, and Ava Baldwin. If I can get all of them. So if you've waited all these years to get involved, those are the people you talk to can get involved and do stuff. Yeah.
We also have our executive board members, Reagan O'Donnell and Wayne Hoover. Anyways, our next upcoming Snoop event is the Shindig. That will be August 22nd, and it will be next Friday. We're going to have a Friday schedule, so that will be at the end of the day. That's where we're going to go sign up for our clubs and everything. and your clubs are going to be located like around the track of the big gym. We're also going to have other activities like a scooter race, so make sure you guys sign up for that. I'll sign up for the during the lunch next week. So yeah.
That's all. Thank you.
I would also point out that Mr. Allen is in here, okay, sitting back there in the back, okay. If you have, because I've been asked a lot right now, hey, I think there's some new students in here, I didn't get a parking spot, can I still have one? You go to Mr. Allen, Ms. Ballard, they will help take care of it, okay? So just making sure that if you have those sort of questions, you know who to go to, at least from an adult perspective as well. Pep Club.
Okay, hi, my name is Leslie Rodriguez. I'm a junior this year and I'm the Pep Club president. So what we do in Pep Club, we do class of the year, we do spirit week, we do hallway decorating, we're in charge of the pep rallies, we lead the student section, we come up with the themes, and then we also have an Instagram that you can follow. We post about stuff that's going on around the school, we post the upcoming themes for like football games, week of, and yeah.
Hello, my name is Isaac Anderson. I'm the vice president. I'm also a junior. Pep Club is just like spreading school spirit and getting people to attend sports games and stuff. So you can sign up for that at the Shindig, which is next Friday. And your guys' class reps are Gavin Singer, Alyssa Turner, and Katie Pizza. So we just hope to get you guys
So, you're gonna hate me, but I'm gonna make you actually have to do something, okay? Here's the thing, I had a PE teacher, back in the day, you do it right, you do it light, you do it wrong, you do it long. Basically, it's this simple. If you can do what I'm about to ask correctly, and be senior leaders, we do it one time and move on to the next thing. Okay? If you can't get it right, and you want to pout, then we're going to do it again until we feel like you are seniors who have earned this 3 years of progress. Okay? So it's really simple. So what's the first thing you do with the lights on? You stand up! Freshmen, we did it 5 times, I think. With the sophomores, 4. I'm hoping the juniors are fairly good. That gave me chills. I know not all of you wanted to do it. I know some of you may think that's stupid. But the bottom line is this, that was cool. One time you stood up, you got excited, you got into it. That's the senior spirit. Yes.
You guys don't need my whole spiel about athletics activities. Pretty aware of how things go around here. If you're new to the school though, and you want to get involved, I'm Mr. Wilmot, I'm an athletic and activities director. I encourage you to come see me or Mr. Welch in the athletic office. We can walk you through one-to-one how to get involved through rank 1, physicals, eligibility, all that stuff. Okay? 2 main points I need to get across to seniors. Number 1, when it comes to senior release, and if you still want to play athletics or be involved in activities, you have to be enrolled in how many classes? 5 classes. Make sure you're working with your counselor on that, especially in the spring season, winter and spring seasons. Work with your counselor. You must be enrolled in 5 classes. How many classes must you be passing at any given moment? All 5 classes. So if you're only enrolled in 5, you have to pass all 5 of those to stay eligible. I run grade checks every Friday during every season. Give those to coaches. That's how they determine if you're eligible to practice and or participate in games. When do you have to be here each day in order to practice or play? So for most times it's by the beginning of the 4th hour. If you have senior release, you have to be here by the beginning of whatever hour is half of your day. Okay? So it's kind of different with seniors. You have to be here for half of your school day. So if you have a full schedule, that's the beginning of 4th hour. You've already heard Shindig next Friday. It'll be at the end of the school day. It's not too late to get involved. Go find a club, go find an activity. All right? Don't have regrets. Enjoy the senior year. You all waited a long time to get here. Take advantage of it. I'm looking forward to celebrating all of our successes with you. Good luck.
I really hope you guys take that excitement and keep it throughout this whole entire year. Something I do want to point out for you guys, during the open house, Ms. Bauman did a really good job. She has a lot of colleges and businesses that will be here. So if you are wanting to talk to a college rep, that's where you're going to get quite a few of them all in one place. So I know open house, you're like, well, I've been here for 4 years, I don't need to come. But there's a lot of opportunities to make some contacts. So do think about that on Monday. Okay, so my spiel's a little bit different because I deal with all of the opportunities for students. However, you guys are in your senior year. There's really not a whole lot. You're taking advantage of the opportunities that we do have. So I do want to stress, stay on track to graduate. There are a lot of people behind you trying to help you out. So do us a favor and make sure that you are passing your classes because you don't want to have to possibly not get to graduate with your grade level. So do make sure that you are staying on track with your classes. Also, pay attention to the announcements. Things are sent in the daily announcements, but then it's also posted to Google Classroom. A lot of you guys with senior release, you guys might miss those daily announcements. So do make sure that you are checking Google Classroom. For those of you that are taking advantage of WSU Tech, internship, CNA, all the things that you possibly might miss announcements or you might miss a meeting, all of that will be posted in your class Google Classroom, all the information that you will need. And then as well as the packets, if there's anything to hand out, it will be in the office for you guys. So your academics do take precedence, but we will get all of the information to you guys that you missed. But above all, pay attention to those announcements, especially in Google Classroom. All right?
Yeah! Use Smart Pass. Thank you.
Okay, do we really have to talk about this?
Yeah.
fuss. If you will please leave your weekend attire at home and you will wear school appropriate attire, it will be really easy. Your pants meet your shirt, that would be great. I would like not to see your undergarments. I would like not to see your body parts. Done, okay? No Coors t-shirts. Leave the Playboy t-shirts at home. Those kind of things. If it's a hunting shirt and it has a gun on it, leave it at home. Otherwise, come dressed and cover yourself up. Really I would like to introduce you to my little friend. Would you like that one?
My name is Officer Little. I'm a municipal resource officer. My job is to support you guys, be there for you guys if you guys are having a bad day or something's going on at home and you need to talk. I really want to see you guys be successful. So I've had some students come and they're like, hey, I have a problem getting to school. Talk to me about those things because we can work that out. I want to see all you guys be here and be successful and graduate, especially the seniors. I don't think I have to talk to you guys about vapes and all that stuff, right? You guys know? Okay, cool. So, yeah, class of 2026. Whoa, whoa.
I was his favorite administrator when he was in high school, just so you know. I'm that old, so. South High type. Okay, so the next thing we need to talk about is safety, and that is one of our biggest concerns and one of Officer Little's biggest concerns. We keep finding exterior doors unlocked. We keep finding them propped open, and if you'll do just simple research, you know that's how school tragedies happen, is by someone entering the building through an exterior door. And so a lot of times what happens is somebody goes out and it just doesn't latch quite well enough. We have some suction that happens in the building from airflow. And so if it doesn't shut, push it shut. If there's a rock in the door, kick the rock out. We get alerts on our phones that tell us when a door is ajar, even in the middle of the night, and we come up and take care of those things. But if you see it, please secure our building. It's the way that all of us can feel safe. The front doors are locked. You have to push the button to come in. That's just one more level of safety. And so pay attention to those exterior doors. And if you see something, please say something. Again, do just a little bit of research and you'll see that most of our school tragedies, someone knew and they just didn't believe it, or they didn't think about it, or it wasn't said, or it wasn't shared. So if it worries you and if it makes you nervous, or if there's something that doesn't feel right, say something. How many of you understand that you need to keep your property locked if you want to take it home with you at night? Unfortunately, some of you are missing shoes or missing jewelry or missing items over these last few years because they got stolen, which is a real bummer. But if you leave it in a backpack, if you leave it on a bench in the locker room, if you leave it in a classroom, it might not be there when you return. So pay attention to those things. If something disappears, come to the office. Let us try to look at it on cameras. There's cameras all over. We've been able to recover lots of stolen property, but please lock it up if you bring it. And then understand search and seizure. You understand if it's on school property, it can be searched, right? That includes your vehicle, your person, your property, such as your backpack, your purse, whatever it is. If you bring it on campus, it can be searched. And if you are found in possession, Officer Little has a set of handcuffs that he really wants to use. Bring it to school. And then you'll still see Charlie once in a while come through, the drug dog, and you'll see him in the hallways in the locker room, stuff like that. Our student statements are now located online for you. They're under Clever. And they're under the counseling page on the website. If you can't find it, you need assistance, ask one of your staff members, one of your teachers, ask the office, they'll help you. If it's an emergency, you don't need to go to the website and find this, you need to come to the office. But if it's something that you can write a statement about and we can help you find later, we can help you mediate with friends, those kind of things, fill out a statement, it'll come to all of us and we'll pull you in when we get back into the office to be able to talk with you. If you have an emergent issue, please come to the office. Don't write a statement. But if it says, she looked at me, it's very difficult for us to gouge people's eyes out. So we're not probably going to be able to work on that very easily because you must have been looking at them if you saw they were looking at you. So take care of some of that stuff. You're old enough to remedy those things. Write a statement if it's a big issue.
As far as lunch goes, you guys know the protocol. We have 2 lunches. We continue to grow. We may end up having to go 3 eventually, but that won't affect you guys this year because it'll stay at 2. The main thing, deliveries. Clayton does get hungry, so if you do have something delivered, it'll go to his office. Hopefully he won't eat it, but you get it at the end of the day, not at lunch. So make sure you're not trying to have deliveries. We do not have open lunch, but one of the benefits that you have being a senior, you can have your parents come in and sign the form that allows you to leave for lunch, but you still have to sign out through the office. We did change that protocol. It's a work in progress, but be flexible with it. We're working to get that straightened out as fast as we can. Also, don't be tardy. Okay? Otherwise, you end up joining the tardy party. And you have lunch attention. We want you to be able to spend time with your friends. Okay? But if you end up with getting assigned a lunch attention, you will receive an invite during that fifth hour. If you're on WSU Tech or whatever, we'll make arrangements. We can work it out. We'll figure it out. But the main thing is, if you get that invitation, please show up. We're not going to hunt you down. We'll double it if you don't show up, and then it goes straight to ISS. So just be responsible, and don't even have to worry about the lunch attention. Real quick, because the bell rang. You stay in here until we release you. Okay? The bell doesn't release you. We're finishing this, then we will release you. We will let your teachers know everything else. Okay? So stay in here. You're good. Absences, don't be absent. New tardy policy. Okay? This will essentially Monday morning go into effect more than it has so far. One of the biggest things for us is we are sick and tired of having to chase you out of the hallways. We're sick and tired of seeing people walk in at 7:50 with scooters. Okay? It takes away from our teachers. It takes away from the educational process. I don't mind if you want to go to scooters. I don't mind if you want Hornet Nutrition. But you need to plan accordingly. You are seniors. One of the biggest things that you will learn from here to either college or a job is they get to have more zero tolerance than we do. You don't show up on time for a job, you end up losing the job eventually. You don't show up to your college classes, as smart as you are, eventually you end up failing your college classes. I had a roommate who was 10 times smarter than me, who got kicked out of KU because he couldn't ever get to class. It is that simple. Much smarter than me. So when we ask you to show up on time, it's not that difficult. And I know some of you are turning 18, so some of these things will start being directed specifically to you. But until that time, we're telling your parents. Why? Because we have to have more involvement from them. We need them to understand that you have this issue and can't perform accordingly. You can't show up accordingly. Okay? So keep this in mind. Warning, teacher contact, and then you get to go to the tardy parties. Lunch detentions. You're not going anywhere. You're staying with us. You got to make sure that you arrive on time. Good? See it? The other thing with this is Hit mentioned lunch and talk about lunch. I know you don't like the new sign-out method for lunch, some of you that go every day. I get it. However, you telling us that means it's working the way we want it to. Now you have to physically sign out with us. It's easier for us to make sure that you have the ability to leave. Why? We're responsible for your safety. As soon as we accept you into the building, we need to make sure that you're coming and going. We'll let this on, guys. Okay. We believe? We believe! Okay. The second bane of your existence is construction. I get it. Okay? Here's the thing. First and foremost, the easy part, orange areas. You do not go into the orange area. If you do that, you come see me. We have a zero tolerance policy with Hutton. They see you in there when you're not supposed to be, you get kicked out. If you have PE or band, your teachers will take you to the fields. If you have football or soccer after school, your coaches will take you to the fields. Okay? You will walk in the designated areas. Why? Again, we accept the responsibility for you. You are now something that we need to make sure is safe. We don't want you to get hit by a truck. It's that simple. Okay? Construction. Stay out of those areas. I'm sorry you won't get to enjoy everything that's being built. However, you do at least get to see it in progress, which kind of cool. When you drive, let's talk about parking and everything. First and foremost, when you are parking, do not pull through. Okay? It is actually illegal for you to pull through a parking spot. 90% of our accidents that happen in our parking lot is because somebody decided they wanted to drive through and they end up clipping this other car. All right? Do not, if you clip a car, drive off. We have cameras, we find out who you are. If you stay and you take care of it, everything is usually more lenient. Why? Because this is private property. So there is some I can't even say that word. There is some leniency to it. Okay? But you still have to pay for everything. But it's better than paying for their vehicle and a ticket. Okay? So, let's talk about this first. This is the bus route. I don't know how many of you still are on the bus, but basically they drop you off here, you need picked up here. Okay? Buses are the priority. You can hate me all you want to, but we have to get the buses in and out because they take our students, they drop some of them off, and then they have to go pick up at other places. If we have them late to elementary schools, it makes everybody's life miserable. Okay? They have to get to that spot. So I'm sorry, at the end of the day, this is blocked off for our buses to get in and out. This blue is parents. So if they're picking up, or guardians, if they're picking up, we ask them to run this route. Okay? This has been backed up. We understand that. But we have to do that until we can get the buses through. If you notice, students should not be going to the north. Why? We run trucks in and out of here. And at that time of the day, we are trying to make sure we get what? The buses through. Okay? That's why you can see, because the majority of you are seniors, you can see the directions you're supposed to go. You are not supposed to turn right here. Why? Because we have parents that we're trying to circle through. I know it takes longer. I know it stinks, but we have to have this flow so that way we can get everybody out of here at a decent time with as little disruption as wrecks as we can have. Somebody the other day, I think they were in the room, trying to come out of this parking lot and turn left. Then wanted to argue with me about it. Don't. I'm going to win. Why? This is private property. In the end, I do get to dictate which direction you go. Not only that, but you want to violate this, we can hand out tickets. We don't want to do that. So all we ask for is a little patience so that you can get out of here in a timely manner for everyone. Put on your 2 favorite Taylor Swift songs, and by the time they're done, you're out of here. You peel out, you try to do donuts. Somebody the other day came flying out of here and he braked real quick. Stop. It's uncalled for. You can be cool in your vehicle after you get out of our parking lot. And when you do that, I wish Little was still in here because I saw Garcia too, they could pull you over and they're your problem. Otherwise, you're our problem, and then we call them in, and you're our problem and their problem. Do you have any questions about this stuff? I know I'm being just very matter of fact about it, but the bottom line is, this sucks, I get it, but if we can all do it together, it sucks less. Good? You are seniors now. To a certain extent, this is your school, right? You always hear that with seniors? So please lead by example. Please be the example. Please be leaders. Please be involved in the fight song. Please cheer. Please show up at pep rallies. Please do these things we're asking you to do. Please show up August 22nd during advisory for the shindig and be involved. I'm telling you right now, the more you're involved, the longer your days are, the shorter the year is. You want to get out of here in May, be involved. You've been hearing that probably since you were freshmen. I know you've been hearing that since you were sophomores. Okay? Be in the right place, all this jazz, you get it, get involved, set goals. Do you believe? We'll try again. We believe. So go do it. You're